Hi, it's Jen from Shabby Fabrics. With the camping season here again, it's fun to think about projects that we could do with our family that really create lasting memories. And I know when we have gone on trips as a family, every time we journal, things we experience, maybe things we see, it's just really fun to look back and reminisce about that amazing trip and all of the memories associated with it. So Bareroots, when they came out with camp journals, we could not resist. And just look at how adorable these journals are. As you can see, there's several options that you can do, and here's just a couple of them. There's 7 in total, and we were able to get our hands on a couple of these and do some photography, and you can see you really can customize those for what is near and dear to your family's heart. So let me show you about the kit. Inside your kit, Bareroots has included all of these wool felt shapes. And what I love about that is with the 7 different designs, your kit will actually make just one, but you'll be able to make whichever one of these 7 you like, or maybe mix and match and make one even uniquely different than what you're even seeing here. Some of the shapes in the kit are already cut out, and as you saw from seeing them close up, there's a applique not only on the front of the journal but also on the back. And inside these kits we have 2 mountains, 2 mountain peaks, 6 trees, and the tree stumps already cut out. And then we have this other fabric, wool felt I should say, to be able to do all of the details. And again, you have all the options included. Inside your pattern, she's giving you all the shapes. So you'll be able to choose whichever ones speak to your family the best. Now you've got a couple options with that. Let me just jump into that. What your options would be. She has also provided in her kit, and she being the designer, Barry Sue, who is an amazing designer and friend of mine. I have admired her work for a very long time. And when she came out with this, I said, we have to have that and bring that to our customers. But inside that kit, Barry Sue very thoughtfully put some freezer paper in there so that if you want to go ahead and trace your applique shapes out on the freezer paper, you would be using that kind of flat side. There's the flat side for tracing and the shiny side, which kind of has a temporary adhesive. You would just trace out your designs. The one that you pick is perfect for your family. You would roughly cut around that and iron that to the wool felt of your choosing, and then you'll cut out exactly on the drawn lines. Be sure to use a permanent pen whenever you trace those shapes out onto the freezer paper. You could use just a regular pen or maybe in micron. Be sure you don't use a friction pen because those will come off with heat. Now my favorite method actually with working with wool felt is using a fusible applique product such as the Heat and Bond Light. The reason I like that is now I just iron those shapes down and they're not going to move as I come in and stitch them down by hand. So that's just my personal preference. If you do choose to use the freezer paper method, you would not be using the Heat and Bond product, and you'd also be needing to use some glue because once you have your shape cut out, there's no fusible characteristic to that. You'd be bringing that down to your journal background, and you need to be able to secure that to the background, and some dabs of glue would be ideal. Or again, if you're like, I don't want to deal with the glue, it can be messy, I would rather do the Fusible product. It's the same process. You would use maybe a light box in this case. You would just grab out a piece of your Fusible webbing. 1 1/4 yards in here is plenty. You don't need to be buying multiple packages. 1 is plenty. And you would just be lacing your applique shapes down to a light box. And now I can easily see through there, placing my Fusible product on top of that paper side up, trace around, again, roughly cut around, iron that to the piece of wool felt of your choosing, and then cut on the lines. And now when you iron that down to your background, it's on there permanently and it's not shifting around. In that case, you would not need to be purchasing any glue for that. Be sure to grab some sharp scissors. It is wool felt. You want to have a nice clean cut on that. The smaller Kai scissors are great, or the larger Bordeaux scissors as well work beautifully. some needles. You're going to need that to do a little bit of hand embroidery if the design you're choosing has any wording on that. Here's another thing to think about. You know, she's put words on here like field guide and camp log. Maybe you could just customize that and put your family's name on there. You know, just think to the next level of how you can really personalize that for your family. So guys, this is a lot of fun. It's an opportunity to create a craft project with your family that you could then be including, you know, a small 100-page spiral in there, and just be recording those memories that you will truly treasure for a lifetime. Be sure to grab your kits. There's limited amount remaining, and we look forward to seeing you on a future video. By the way, if you do the camp journal, we would love to hear from you on social media and just celebrate all your trip and all of the amazing memories. And we want to share some good news and be able to just share what families are doing worldwide with the camp journals and beyond. So we'll see you on a future Shabby Fabrics video.